Some stories don't just entertain us, they bring us together. And no story does more than this one. This is Chronicles. Hi everyone, this is Will, the Dungeon Master, and I just wanted to talk about the scheduling for the show. The reason why this episode was so delayed is I got hit with a pretty big illness, and then college finals happened the exact week after. But the general scheduling for the show will be most likely 3 times monthly, and if that isn't sustainable with classes, it'll be bi-weekly episodes. And I wanted to let people know that there's an email. It's called omeschronicles@gmail.com. That'll be in the description of whatever podcasting app you're on, or if you're on YouTube. I also wanted to give out the Twitter, which is @GodTierGames, which will also be in the descriptions. If you want to give feedback to the show, interact with me and some of the cast, it would be a great opportunity for us to talk about D&D and all sorts of nerdy things. Just wanted to get that out of the way and back to the show. Last time, the company of Brandon Kane arrived at the Templar-controlled city of Harborpool. In the company's exploration of the city, Kat, the group's thief, was taken aback by the extreme measures the Templars had taken to root out the mages in the city. Afterwards, the group convened at the Dropped Anchor, a portside inn. Falco decided, since the night was still young, to challenge patrons of all ages and statures to a drinking game where he was ultimately victorious. Now, on the 6th day of spring, the company of Brandon Kane wakes to start their hunt for the ancient Elendor vampiric phylactery. To do this, they must meet their guide Gower, who will take them to their phylactery's resting ground. So you guys are waking up, and it is the 6th of fall, and you guys are waking up in the next day at the Drop Anchor Inn, where you had all paid for your rooms due to Falco's good drinking skills. And the first thing that is going to happen is, Zudora, when you wake up, you're on your set of dual beds, and you see your new compatriot, Vendetta. He is missing, but he has left a note by your bag.
I will go read the note.
And then while he's reading the note, does anybody in the group have anything they want to do for the day? Tell me, like, the general goal, and if anybody has any, like, personal things they want to do by themselves.
Yeah, I feel terrible. Not from all of the drinking, but I don't think I had a man's one-on-one with the first mate I was drinking with last night.
So Falco's feeling a little bad that he had outside assistance.
Yeah. And so I want to go find that person.
Does he know that he had outside assistance?
That might be, yeah, I think
that's a good point.
Yeah, we'll have Falco run a perception check, and then Tobias, you can run deception. So yeah, I guess Falco, I mean, it's the thought that counted, Falco, but I guess you wouldn't have.
You feel like there's something off, but you're not really sure what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no clue that there was any outside assistance of any kind. You feel like you just smashed this.
You got really lucky.
Okay.
Let's say that the group is heading, we'll say you're meeting all in, like, the bar lounge area in the morning.
Yeah.
And in that area, you guys can tell me where you want to go, what you want to do for the day. So if anybody else has anything personal, or if someone has like a group goal for the day of what they want to do.
I have a personal goal. I'm going to go check out the clock tower that I saw coming in. So I think that's the building I'm looking for.
Is Kat going alone?
Preferably I mean, we're all still at the breakfast table, so I'm not sure.
I assumed I actually was gonna skip breakfast and go straight there, and I didn't send a note pre-hand. But my thought was that I would slip a note under Tobias, or a door I thought had my compatriots in it, because I didn't see who each room was, and was like, I'll be missing for breakfast, but I'll be back before mid-afternoon.
Okay, so, we'll just say that you slipped that under Tobias's door, just for simplicity's sake.
Cool.
So when Tobias woke up, he would have seen a note that
Yep.
Cat's gone. And if at any point, Zudora, if you want to inform other people to what happened to Vendetta, you can do that now.
I would say we're all at the breakfast table now. We've all come down.
Big blue man.
I'm
Big-
eating
big
like
Big
a
Blue
madman.
Man says Vendetta has died. I'm just kidding.
Well, it was inevitable.
Well, maybe not died. Sorry, I might have stressed that. He said he just needs some medical assistance, so we'll see him soon. Something seems to be wrong with his eye, so he's getting checked out.
He got pink eye. He just partied way too hard last night.
I was ripping ass last night. It was it
Just
felt
right in
it
his
was
face.
thick. Yeah.
It's actually a kink that he has.
Well, okay, I wasn't gonna share that part, but somehow you knew. But
But unfortunately, now it's canon. So,
And he's not here to defend him.
and he can't defend him. You know, if he wants to say no right now, he's open to. But otherwise,
Is it bad? I
So-
didn't even realize he was gone. I was like, we're just raiding on Deshaun, right? No one else is missing.
As I'm eating like a madman, I say to Zudora,
yeah, pretty much.
yeah, I figured.
Oh.
Damn it.
I guess while breakfast is happening, we can go on Cat's adventure. So you're heading to where you saw the clock tower.
Yep. I'm kind of holding on to a letter that I've taken with me from home, and I think this is, like, based on what the lay of the city, I think this is the place I'm looking for. So I head towards the clock tower.
Give me a perception check before you get even close to the tower itself. Eventually, you would find your way to this sort of upper class district where you actually feel the stone, unlike the middle class district where it kind of went from that dirt to that rough cobblestone. The stone feels like it's almost been smoothed over, and you will see walking down the streets, you'll see stalls that have springed up, and they're selling things like jewelry and dresses, and all around you can see women in like very fancy blue and white dresses gossiping. You see men in groups talking, and people are shopping. Almost like nothing in the city has changed over the past couple years. Like, this is just business as usual. And eventually, you would end up finding your way to this large tower with a clock embedded at the top. And to the right of it would be this iron gate that is guarded by 4 Templar companions. And if you were to look past them, you would just see a courtyard that is filled with a garden of flowers and some statues and some fountains. And then along the garden would be buildings, sort of in this semi-square. And there would be people of all genders, races, ages. You'd see elves, dwarves, and they're all carrying books, and they're having what looks to be like conversations just in this luscious garden under the watch of these Templars.
So, like, they're stationed at the gate?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go up to one. Be like, hello, I'm new to town. Is this the University of Harborpool?
The Templar companion will sort of look both ways before, like, seeing if there's anybody else with you. Sorry, citizen, no visitors are allowed at the university, but this is the university where all the mages are currently kept.
Why no visitors?
He would just sort of look at his men, and you would see one of the men to his right sort of almost flank you a little bit, like sort of step to your side, so where you would have to look a little bit to see his face. The mages in the city, some of them have rebelled and were deemed dangerous to the general population, so as a temporary measure, Lieutenant Dover has put them all in their university, and they are kept safe from the public and the public safe from them.
But they're all in there?
The ones that had stayed in the city.
What about the ones on the poles in town square?
Those were witches using their magical gifts for doing terrible things, harassing the population, or by orders of the Knight Lieutenant, anyone being taught using magic outside the university is punishable by death.
Okay. Is there any way to get like a visitor pass, or is it just a full stop?
You would have to get a pass from Lieutenant Dover.
All right. I'll quickly look through the courtyard.
Just looking at all the different people.
Mm-hmm.
The majority what you would see are men from the lower continent of Portus, so your more paler skinned white men. You would see some women mixed in there. Smallest margin of people that you would see is a couple dwarves, and there are some wood elves that looks like they have traveled from very far away to get there, and no one in particular stands out to you. It's very just people just talking in the courtyard.
Okay. Thank you for your time. And I'm gonna walk I want to walk the edge of the, look like I'm just kind of leaving, but I want to see if there's like a perimeter, like full gate around it where the edges are.
Yeah, so how the layout works is there's this front sort of, you know, those giants, like when you're like wealthy houses, those giant those double ironed barred gates. That's sort of the front gate, and all the sides of it are like castle style stone walls. And on the other side of those stone walls are the university buildings.
Okay, and it goes all the way around, or is it like against a cliff, or okay?
Yeah, it just goes all the way around.
How big is the campus?
I would just say, for simplicity's sake, there's about 18 full-size campus buildings on this property. So it's a fairly large campus. It takes up a substantial amount of this side of the city.
I will return to the group.
I need you to make a perception check. When you make your way back to the group, they're obviously at the docks, which goes through one of the more poor sections of the city. And just sort of weaving your way back and forth, and you come from a city where, you know, people do get robbed from time to time. So you occasionally, you know, check behind you, check the alleys that you're coming up on. And one of the knight companions that was at the gate, you spot him following you.
Am I just like weaving through the city?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I want to go into like a shop and see if he comes to like the windows or anything. Like I want to stay like, I don't know, 15 minutes inside of a bookshop or something. Just something that would look like browsing wouldn't cause suspicion. Like, oh, I didn't find what I'm looking for. I'll leave.
Yeah, we'll say that you enter into like a middle lower class, just like you're like a very lower end bookshop compared to the one that was in the market. And you enter, you know, you get undisturbed by the staff, and you're just sort of browsing the shelves, just sort of looking around. And after a while, you would see the guard pass by the shop looking inward. And when he passed by and went out of your sight, if you waited a bit longer, you would see him walk back looking in toward the shop on the other side of the street.
Do they have a copy of the Templar book here? I'm sure.
Like the religious book? Yeah.
Yeah. 20 shills for that, same as the other, is a little cheaper here because we're not in the...
Yeah, these would definitely be worse quality books, so they'd be about 12.
Okay, I'll buy one.
Yeah, you make the exchange with the merchant, they're very happy to take your money, and you leave the bookstore heading to the docks.
I want to look like I'm window shopping, and then I want to sit down and look like I'm starting to read this Templar book. Very distinctly, like, book in front of my face, like anyone who passing by would see what I was reading.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm making it very obvious.
Yeah, you would go sit on the bench and pull up the book to your face and just sort of be reading it. After maybe 5 or 6 minutes, you would see that the Templar is gone.
Alright, I wait a few more minutes, and then I'll go to the docks.
Okay.
I don't want this book. I think I just tossed it in the garbage. But it was money. Ooh.
You never know.
Yeah, I never know.
Be useful.
I'll keep it. Fine. I don't want it, though. Shove it into my bag and go back to meet the table.
Yeah, so we'll say near the end of breakfast wrapping up, Kat would walk into this this inn of essentially one bar staff member who's sort of just cleaning things and getting things ready for tonight. And there are two women sitting in one of the back left corners, just sitting there talking to each other. And then there is the group with the giant blue man sitting at a table eating breakfast.
I sit down at the table. Like, no question.
I'm just munching.
Same.
Save any for me.
I'm not even going to respond and just keep eating.
Same.
You know, we only got a very little. Didn't expect you to come back, frankly.
Why wouldn't I return?
Well, I mean, not like, period. I just mean like, in a breakfast timely manner.
Okay, fair. I didn't give a direct time for my
Yeah,
return.
we also didn't, we ordered individually, so like, I mean, we have our, we ate our food.
Okay. I go up to the bar and buy a small, like...
Yeah, you get breakfast. They give you breakfast. So, after breakfast, what does the group want to do? Anything else individually? You guys have this guide you have to get to at some point. You have a main quest to get to at some point.
We still have several days for that.
We have 1 day. Or 2 days. It's the 8th, and we're
It's
the
the
6th.
6th. Yeah.
Well,
we're on
the
6th.
8th is the, like, day.
Yes.
Right.
The day.
The day of days.
Mm-hmm.
Is our meeting of this for this quest, is that in the city or is it outside?
Yes, it's in the city.
Okay.
I can pull out the, like, directions to the guide map. So everyone can see. We can... Yeah, I'll pull that out and be like, here's our main quest. Right here.
Yeah, let's go meet our dude. I got nothing else.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine by that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if only Vendetta was here, he would know what to do.
He would know.
That pink guy really got him good.
So, you guys follow the directions that Kane gave you, and you end up making your way to...
It leads us to Abel, and then everything makes sense.
To Abel.
Abel and Cain.
Oh, okay. I didn't make that connection.
This is actually an assassin contract, and we have to kill his brother.
What a twist.
What a
No one
twist.
would've-
We have to pick up a rock and bash him over the head with it.
Walking through the lower end of town, like you normally do, you will get to the edge of the westward most wall. And so as you're walking along this city street that's basically mud with random little wooden planks just thrown around so you don't step in the mud, but it's impossible not to step because some of the planks are like really spread out. And you guys will have this massive sort of stone city wall, and every once in a while there will be towers, and there'll be a couple archers and some bird cages up there. And they're just sort of looking at, outside the city, inside the city, just sort of making sure, nothing crazy is happening in their jurisdiction. And to your right would be a long row of wooden 3-story buildings that kind of look like they've been crashed together. Some of them are kind of tilting forward, like they're almost ready to fall off into the street. And at the very end, sort of in almost like a cul-de-sac, is this tiny wooden white plastered house with a wooden sign that sort of just freely hangs in front of it. And the sign reads Gower's Cartographer.
Gower?
Gower. And approaching, there would be a battered old door. And when you get to the door, you each distinctly smell urine and burning oil.
Freaky stuff going on in here.
Approach the door. I've smelled urine before. That's fine.
So are you just getting closer to the door, or what are you specifically doing to the door?
I will knock on the door. Oh, it has like a shop sign though. I'll still knock.
When you knock on the door, after a few seconds, you just hear nothing. Just complete silence on the other side of the door.
I open the door.
You just push your way through?
I mean, if it opens, it opens.
Yeah, so you go and you grab the handle and turn it, and it's locked.
Oh well.
It doesn't. The handle doesn't seem. The handle seems very loose.
Zudora, knock this down.
Well, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's figure out a little bit more. What was the sign on this building again?
Gower's
Cartographer.
Oh, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many stories is it?
It is one story.
How many? Is there a window out front or in the door?
There is a window that looks like it is covered by leather that would look into the living room.
As in, like it's
like covered by
boarded
leather
up?
from the inside. Yeah.
All right. Well, while that's happening, I'm just gonna knock on the door and be like, "Templar, open up."
You would hear somebody, like when you knock, you can hear somebody physically like kick a table. Like they didn't expect to hear that loud of knocking again. You just hear like someone like slightly hit their shin on a table, but no movement toward the door.
I want to look around the building, kind of case the joint.
As soon as Tobias is at an eye shot, I pull out my thieves' tools.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, "No, I'm gonna kick the door."
Ah!
We'll start with Tobias. You just sort of, what are you looking for? You're just looking around, just sort of.
I'm looking for clues.
Yeah, so it looks like there's 3 windows. There's a front-facing window, and it looks like a bedroom window.
Okay.
And there's a window that kind of goes out to the back to this little garden patch.
And are they all covered?
Yes, they're all covered.
Okay.
You can tell this house is basically just a living room and a single bedroom.
Okay.
You know when you get rotting wood and you try to kick through it?
It just kind of goes through.
Well, you don't really kick the door open. Your leg just goes through the door and you hear someone inside scream.
All right, well, I'm gonna kind of pull my leg out, and I'm assuming I kicked like right by the door handle, so I just knocked that entire mechanism out. I'm just gonna push the door open calmly after that.
You push the door open. Is everybody going inside?
I hear that happen on the other side of the building and go, all right, and continue looking around.
I am like right next to the door, so I will go in.
I will also go in with a weapon drawn.
I won't have a weapon drawn. I have a map. I have the directions that Brandon Kane gave us.
I will go in with just my fist.
Damn.
Yeah.
The majority of you enter the room. And stepping into the room, you're going to see several oil lamps burning on this table. And they're sort of spread around in this triangular pattern that it kind of illuminates evenly across the whole table. And there's a couple unfinished maps just sort of laying about that looks like someone was working on. And in the corner, sort of to your guys' back left of the building, there is 6 pots and they reek really bad. And there's sort of this stickiness in the air, and you can't really tell if it's from the pollution of the docks or this sort of long decayed moss bricks that they're burning in the fireplace. And you just see this man who's sort of like maybe around 24, 25, starting to bald. He's very shaky hands, and he is constantly just cleaning his glasses. Like, you guys walked in, and he just hasn't stopped cleaning his glasses.
I'm gonna approach the man, get down on a knee. You know, it's not rude to answer the door when someone knocks, or it is rude.
He's gonna sort of put his glasses on and take a look, and when he sees Zudora, he like does that thing where he like jumps back in his chair a little bit, like, oh god, I didn't see that. Oh, I'm sorry. You must be the group Kane sent.
That we be.
I am Gower's apprentice. He has been missing for several weeks, and he believes some people were following him, so I locked the doors and waited for him to come back.
Well, that puts a damper on our plan. Where was he last seen?
People told me that he was last seen at the Blind Squire Inn, just about half a day up the road.
Very well. I'll get up, and I'll walk out the door.
And what was your name?
Arnold?
Sorry about the door. I give him like a cloth, like from my hair, to clean his glasses with, and then say, goodbye.
Thank you. And then he looks over at trying not to make eye contact with Zudora, but just staring at Falco. Just like, please have the other man leave with you.
Stand up straight. You're gonna look weak in front of everybody.
Do shaky hands help with cartography?
What is cartography?
Well, to answer your question, not really. And cartography is the study and making of terrain and maps.
What are these jars?
I was telling and then realized they're not in the room anymore. There's people after my master, and he said if anything were to happen to hold up in the office, so I haven't left in several weeks.
Oh, so that's your piss I'm smelling.
Yes, sorry about that.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's terrible. Let's go find your master.
And you guys leave?
Yeah.
So what would you do if those people came back?
Well, they said he was being followed. He didn't say they came here, so maybe they don't know I'm here.
Yeah, but what if they come back to find clues?
I think they wanted him, not me.
This isn't about you, Arnold. What if you're just a byfactor?
You see him start cleaning his glasses. Like taking them off and just like rubbing them with the cloth that Cat gave him.
Well, if you do fix this door, you might need new wood.
Yeah, new wood.
I don't know. You gotta do something about the stench in here. How do you... Never mind. I'm gonna leave.
Great. So you all leave Gower's residence, and you guys are you guys just gonna head north out of the city?
I'm guessing he wasn't there.
Well, someone was there, just not who we were looking for.
Let's go back in there and ask Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
All right, wait a minute. Have that exact same conversation, but this time with me there.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back in.
No, wait, hold on. Wait, that's not necessary. Somebody can play Arnold. We can head out and somebody can play Arnold on our way.
Or let's repeat the entire situation from me kicking the door in. But
Okay.
with
Yeah,
David there this time.
So
Except it being a different door.
just kick this
Yeah,
wall.
I'll rip a door off another person's house and put it there.
We'll just kick somebody else's door down, see what they're up to.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get better information out of them.
Actually, no, I do want to go back.
You want your rag back?
I'm going
no.
back as well.
This poor dude, Arnold.
I go, oh, wait, hey, Arnold, do you have a map of the area that we could have or buy?
He'll sort of stop trying to nail the door back together and patch the hole. And he's like, the only maps my master were currently working on were these. And he's going to pull out the maps off the table. And they are just partly undone continental maps of Portus.
Because we have one of the county, but I was thinking if he had one of the city, that would be helpful. But
I can just ask Templar guards.
Arnold, where might your master go?
We've established.
we got a lead already.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to build a psych profile here. What was his favorite restaurant that he enjoyed? What type of clothing did he wear?
Gucci. Only the flip-flops, nothing else.
It's just a naked
Tell me
man
this
running
man didn't
Please
wear
no
any
one
Yeezys.
write down. Please no one write down in their notes Gucci flip-flops. Nothing else.
I don't know. I'm kind of worried because there's just a naked man.
Well,
running
while they're
around.
all doing these shenanigans, I'm gonna go find the nearest Templar companion and just be like, "Hey, how do I get to this inn?"
Okay.
No, Arnold, you gotta lift the door with your legs.
At your
You just-
back.
as Falco's walking away, you just hear.
No, you have to lift. You have all of your muscles are in your back, and so you have to lift squarely with your back. Don't use your legs. Only weak people use legs.
Ow,
And why are you exhaling at every lift? You should be keeping that air inside of you. That's where all your strength comes from.
Yeah, the air.
God.
So Jack is going to go Knight Templar. Jack is going to go just find like a random companion.
Yeah, I'll just find the nearest companion and be like, I'll just walk up to him and just kind of stand there, like, intimidatingly, because, he's a companion. And I'm going to wait for him to acknowledge me, and then he's going to be like, yes? Like, how do I get to this inn?
After he notices you there, he would salute you, and you ask him for directions. You just take the north gate, and it's about a half a day walk to the Blind Squire Inn, and then after that you'd get to Tarksville. And he would sort of just like nod his head, like, yeah, that's right. He's like reaffirming to himself, like, yes.
I'll say very well, and I'll just walk back to the group.
Just saying nothing.
Yeah, just very well, and walk back.
I don't know, I'm worried about Arnold.
Don't worry, Arnold will be fine.
I really don't think whoever might be after his master would be after that poor sack of nerves.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know, you see how he's trying to put that door up?
I look back at Arnold trying to fix the door. How's he doing?
You know what? Arnold is doing what you think he would be doing, how poor he would be doing. Just think slightly above average of that.
Okay.
That's about where he's at.
He'll get that
Like-
door up eventually.
Yeah,
Pure
you're thinking.
skill.
Yeah, you're thinking. Couple hours, he'll have more nails than wood in the door.
Okay.
He's just made an iron
Guess
door
it's
at that
better
point.
than nothing.
He really needs some carpentry help.
Need to get somebody in there and put carpet in.
I'm kind of... Can I go over to Arnold and help him put up the door?
Well, first, I'm going to go back to the group and tell them we need to go through the north gate.
Thanks.
Then you can do whatever you want.
Okay, he needs that door up because I could smell that from here.
We will say that you don't need to roll. I'd say you're strong enough to put everything in place so that he could nail it quickly so that he could finish the job himself. And you get the door in place. And it stops the spell from coming out.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
You did everybody in the neighborhood a favor.
Are you guys heading to the north gate or somewhere else?
I'm down.
Yeah, might as well. We can't get on our quest until we've found our guide, so we probably should get on finding that.
Your group will make your way. There are two, well, I guess technically three. There are three exits to the city. One's the harbor. There's an east gate that heads into a small swamp. And then there's the north gate, which heads into farmland, and then eventually a like deep, like you can think like Sherwood forest kind of vibes. And so you'd walk through the city, going through the center of town, that merchant district that you guys read last time, and you would get somewhat near the north gate, sort of in between the church itself and the university, and you would sort of just part ways and exit the city. Who is sort of leading this in terms of like directions?
I'll say I'm leading in terms of directions.
It's difficult that we don't have our ranger for this point of.
Yeah, man. Too bad Vendetta's really caught up at the doctors. Was there a checkpoint to leave the city?
To leave, you would not be inspected to leave the city.
Okay, I was just wondering. I knew we wouldn't be stopped. I just wanted to know if we were.
If there was.
Like, yeah.
Yes. If you were to come back to the city, obviously Jack wouldn't be inspected, but you four would definitely. I don't know if Zudora would actually get inspected. It probably wouldn't want to touch him.
Okay. Good to know that I note that there's checkpoints into the city.
So if Jack is leading the group, two things. If there's anything any character wants to do while you're walking or any conversation you want to have, just let me know. And Jack, I need a flat D20 from you. But no one wants to talk about anything. No one has any information to share. No.
I would go up to Jack. So Templar, eh?
I'm just not going to respond.
What rank are you? You seem to be able to get information from about anyone we pass.
Knight.
Knight? Okay. Not the talkative one, I see.
If you seen what I seen, you wouldn't be either.
Okay, the brooding type. Noted.
I cannot speak for, any of our other compatriots here, but in my opinion, what you have seen and how you respond to it are two very different things.
If I wanted your opinion, Mage, I would have asked for it.
Ooh.
Well,
So, do you have to follow that, like, anti-mage stuff, or do you choose to?
Just following orders.
Well, somebody's having a problem with bad faith.
Do you know a Lieutenant Dover?
We spoke.
Okay. Does any sort of impression about Lieutenant Dover?
He's an officer.
Okay. Well, been thrilling conversation to have. And I kind of peel off.
Do we know who is after this person we're looking for? What was his name again? Gower.
Nah, probably somebody though.
Now, that might have been a good piece of information to ask. Is this a run-in with the mob kind of situation, or kidnapped by bandits on the road kind of situation? What does it feel like?
I don't know. Feels kind of strange. Don't have a good feeling in my gut. Do we even know what this Gower person looks like? How do we know when we find him?
He'll probably look better than Arnold.
I mean,
We did not it was kind of a joke about the Gucci flip-flops, but we did ask what he looked like or what he was wearing, and we did not get a real response.
Oh, was that a real question? Was that if that was a real question, I can give you a description of him. Or what did you ask? What was he wearing?
Yep,
Or was
David
it just
asked.
what he
Tobias technically asked what he was
Yeah,
wearing.
I wanted a profile.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if that was actually
in the
asked
form
or
of a
people were
joke,
cracking
making a
jokes.
general psych profile. But I did actually want to know, like, who is this guy? What are we like? What what are areas that he frequents? What are things that he does? Like, I was just trying to pull for like statements, and then we went down a joke path and never came back to it.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me know if I ever like skip over you guys, because sometimes there's a lot going on and I just forget. Yeah, so like general description, he would have a sort of in his mid to late 30s, he would have a bald head. And you know, like those full, like, not like they don't hang, but like those full black beards, like the Obi-Wan Kenobi beard, essentially, but all the way around with like sideburns. And he would wear just pretty normal, like lower middle class attire, just sort of like, brown boots, brown leggings, and then maybe like a blue shirt. And he typically is walking around with a some sort of walking stick in a backpack with his, inks and paper and stuff like that. Anything like a psych profile? The only thing that he would have really known is that over the past 2 weeks he would have conveyed to Arnold that he felt that he was being stalked
By an individual or a group of people?
by multiple people.
And just in general, or did he have any idea? He didn't have any idea, right?
He didn't have any idea. I think Arnold would describe it as every street corner had
Okay.
eyes on him, like that kind of.
Could he be afraid of the Templars, or was it?
I don't think
Okay.
Arnold would have gotten past that.
Yeah, it's a psych profile by the bundle of nerves
Right.
that is Arnold, so maybe not the most complete.
The five of you do your, backpacking trek, about half a day of walking, and eventually you would come upon sort of a long, almost longhouse style building, little like bracket shape to it, and attached to it would be a small little stable with an overhang, and then across the street would be a couple of small farms. And then behind the farms would be orchards and then tree line. And then behind this inn would be just like a small little like river or stream. And all of you would eventually, go turn into this inn sort of driveway kind of area. And you would see like this sun cracked paint sort of all around this oak door. And there's a wooden sign hanging above the door, and it is of a knight with like very like shiny armor with a walking stick, and it says Blind Squire Inn.
Well,
Is this the place that was described to us?
yes.
Okay.
I'll walk in.
Once you've opened the door, to your left you would see, sort of in the middle of the room, there is a counter, and behind the counter there would be glasses, food, and then kegs that have these they have taps on them, and they're like dripping very slowly onto the floor. And behind the counter you would see a man that probably can't be more than 17 years old. He's wearing this long white sleeved shirt and this black apron, and he has a black rag sort of tied around his head, covering both eyes. And then to your right, you would see 4 tables in sort of rows of 4, and you'd see 6 people sort of just spread out among them. Most of them are cloaked and they're not really talking, they're just sort of just eating and drinking.
I get the name.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter. I want to know how to phrase this because I'm gonna basically say, "Have you seen these people?"
Are you just going to ask him, have you seen these people?
I want to say it way more eloquently, but yes.
Who are you referring to?
Uh,
If Jack could speak in the first person so that I know exactly what you're saying, because I don't want to misconstrue anything.
Gower. So I'm gonna just try to describe Gower, and yeah.
Hey, there's this guy named Gower. Describe what he looks like. Have you seen this man? That's basically what you're asking.
He might have been with other people, or he's being followed.
You see this, call him a young boy, sort of just like rub his eyes with both hands and lean forward. Who did you say you were after? Like very quiet, almost like whispering in your ear, and he would try to do it so that even the rest of your party couldn't hear it.
I will get the hint. Lean in, whisper. The same thing. I'm looking for Gower. He might have been followed here, or he might have been with other people.
He will sort of stand up, turn around, and pour an ale out of one of the taps. And he's going to like almost like not slam it, but just sort of like make a show of force that it's kind of loud. Be like, "Oh, what you asked for, sir? Here's your ale."
Perfect.
I want to turn to Falco for a moment. You know what? Maybe it just occurred to me now. Maybe we shouldn't be. If a group of people is after our friend, maybe it's not the best idea to go throwing his name around.
I didn't think so either, but Templar official. I think he knows what he's doing. Hopefully.
I'm a manhunter. Or mage hunter.
He's a man-eater, so you gotta watch out.
I am. Alright, so I'm going to grab the ale, I'm going to lift up my helmet and drink it.
Do I see his face?
I lift it just enough to show my mouth.
Yeah, like you'd see mouth and chin.
I also want some ale.
Great. And he turns around and pours one off the tap and then like puts it in front of you. Like almost suspiciously, really accurately on where you were standing.
I wanna like look to see if he can see through this rag. Like, is this a show or is this is he just good? Like, I want to look at him first.
As a performer who can sometimes scam people.
Yeah. With my expertise in scamming,
you do all sorts of hand motions and like move around. He can't see a thing. You might think that he's just become very attuned
to the space around him.
Yeah. For Cat in particular, you can see that there is attached to the bar and attached to one of the loops in his apron is a little rope so that he can judge when they have knots in them. So he can judge the distance of how far he is from stuff.
That's cool.
This man is blind, and I asked him if he saw anybody.
Dope.
Very inconsiderate of our patron.
I kill people for a living, it's fine.
This isn't the worst thing I've done.
I'm not very considerate. Yeah.
This is the thing
like,
you feel worst about, like making
I feel
fun
like
of a
that
blind
would be
boy.
a very good catchphrase for Jack. This isn't the worst thing I've done.
Yeah, this isn't the worst thing I've done. Man, I wish this would suck more.
I got a 17 on my looking for clues roll.
Looking around for clues, I think you're going to notice something that you intended to look for things like,
scratch
maybe
marks,
like some ink, scratch marks,
struggle,
like some sort of
a book left behind.
Yeah, one thing you're going to notice is when one of the hooded figures in the right side of the bar go to take a bite of food, you see just for a split second that they have no tongue when they go to put the food in their mouth.
What is that individual dressed as?
They are kind of wearing this like dark olive green cloak over their sort of like just above their eyelids. So it's very hard to see eyes, face, the top of the forehead and all that stuff. And you notice every once in a while, they sort of switch regularly looking at the bartender in the group.
Okay. Remind me, you said they were like spaced out from each other? They're not all sitting at the same table?
Yeah. So there's 8 tables. There are 4 of them that look like that, and then 2 just like normal, travelers who are just drinking and eating.
I drank the ale, and then I'm gonna leave a couple seals on where the ale was.
Awesome. He gave you a pretty weak ale, so it would be about 2 shills just for the cost.
Okay.
Works out perfect. You were gonna say something, Jack?
I was gonna say I finished my ale, and I'm just gonna kind of look at him and nod and see if he reacts at all. I know he can't see.
He can't. Yeah, he can't see you nod, so he has no clue that you made any gesture.
Cool.
You just say nod.
Yeah, I say nod. Well, I will put it down, and so that he can hear that I put it down.
Yeah, when you put it down, and your hand's still attached to the handle of this, like they're like metal, like the tin metal canters. He will. When you have your hand still wrapped, when you set it down, he'll put his hand on top of yours hand and sort of give it a squeeze.
Okay.
And like lean in forward.
I'll lean in.
Can I do a perception check to see if anybody's looking at us crooked?
Sure. You would really notice that the two normal looking travelers are just, when you do that thing where you're trying not to stare at something, but you just can't? They're doing that to Zudora.
Big blue dude.
Hey, Zudora, I think those guys want to arm wrestle.
Really? Do they say that?
I don't know. I think I sense the look of it.
Oh. Should I go ask him?
I mean, maybe. But maybe you might just have to assert yourself.
I don't know. Do you think I would lose, though?
Looks
can be deceiving,
I think it's a coin toss, honestly.
Alright, who do you think I'd take on?
Both.
At the same time? I can't do that. Come on.
Look at you, man. You're like testosterone personified.
Alright. You think so? Okay, I'll give it a go. Probably scaring him as I walk towards them. But unknowingly. You guys want to arm wrestle?
They kind of give you the both like the look that's like, oh fuck no.
Wait a minute. What if it was both of you guys versus him? Come on. He's just blue.
Are these the 2 other guys, or are they 2 of the?
Yes, the two other guys.
What are the green cloak guys doing in response to this?
They are still on that uncanny rotation on the bartender.
Are there any other doors in this room?
You can think of the house as like a bracket. So when you walk in, if you just kept walking straight through, you would get to just a door that goes out back.
So it's essentially just a 1-room building?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the other 2. I'm gonna pay the barkeep and give him a little tip, and then I'm gonna grab the other 2, say we need to leave, and walk out.
I don't know. These guys are looking at my Zudora kind of crooked. Okay.
He's a giant blue man. He's gonna get looked at crooked. Let's go.
Why discriminate?
Yeah.
People are shitty.
What did I do to them?
I don't know. He's blue. Yeah, he's taller than average, but I don't know. He seems like a good guy.
That's not for you to decide. Let's go.
I don't know. He seems like he's been cool. I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna look at you sternly the more you talk.
You can't tell because he has a helmet on.
Yeah.
He's gonna tilt his head sternly.
Yes, I'm gonna do the little
I like
head
the
tilt.
idea that every time Jack talks, he head bobs like a red versus blue character.
Yeah. That's the best thing I've heard. Alright, cool. So we're gonna go outside.
I like the idea that you just are like, yep, I nod, or yep, I am looking at you sternly.
Yep.
He announces that.
Yeah, I'm talking in the third person. I am staring at you sternly.
I just want you to know right now, all
Oh.
cards on the table, that I am very disappointed. My look of expression is very disappointed.
Oh, my bad.
Alright, but yeah, we go outside.
Everybody goes outside?
Yeah, I go. Hey, come on, Zudora. They don't want to arm wrestle.
On the way out, I asked the barkeep's name real quick.
Oh, he would almost whisper it. He would say, my name's Atfield.
Atfield. Thank you. And I leave.
I leave, and then I see everyone else follow me, and I go, "Oh, okay." I guess I should have been. I thought. All right, never mind. All right.
Yeah, I guess you can't expect powerful ale out of someone who can't see.
Yeah, they need to be able to see the alcohol.
You can see the alcohol content.
You didn't specify what ale you wanted. You just said ale.
I guess
Prop
that's
ale.
true. But, something to get the gears going.
Then be more direct with your requests.
I mean, yeah, but, ale, I guess it's the blood in me.
I just think you're putting this this guy who's blind down, and you're saying he's not doing his job right when you just asked for an ale and he gave
I
you
didn't say he was doing his job. He wasn't doing his job right. He did it fine for a guy that can't see.
There's that. Never mind.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, and Zudora's
Next
pretty
time-
cool, is a pretty cool guy, for a blue guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
All right.
thanks.
Elephant in the room. Let's talk about
All
it.
right.
The door is blue.
Anybody want to let anything out?
What's that about?
Next time you should say you want the strongest ale or be more specific.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but I don't know how
I feel
specific can I
I'm
get.
gonna cut in here for just a minute. Unless I'm wrong, I don't think we came here to try out the ale.
We didn't, okay?
So while they're discussing this, I'm going to be scanning for what I'm looking for, and if I don't see it, I'm going to go to the back of the bar.
In the midst of this conversation, and Jack just looking around, when Jack's just sort of scanning, the 5 of you are going to hear the inn door open, and we're going to roll for initiative.
Let's go.
Right away. Okay. Cool.
Crit.
Yeah, I got a crit as well.
Fuck, okay, calm down, guys.
Are these the hooded
The green
figures
guys.
coming out after us?
Yes. Combat starts, and the door swings open, and the first person is Tobias.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my staff, and then I'm going to cast Bless on Falco, Zudora, and Cat. So you now get to add a d4 to everything.
Yo. Is that a d4 to my d20?
Yeah, to anything that uses a d20.
Okay.
Yep, that is my turn.
Awesome. The next person would be Falco.
When they come out, yeah.
You can attack from there if you want.
Okay.
Like as he steps out the door type thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't know because...
Yeah, you can attack diagonally.
Okay,
That's fine.
cool.
Awesome. Yeah, you absolutely you have a great sword, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just gonna swing this great sword up and just slice his chest open. He looks like he is losing blood at a very quick rate. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think I'll hold my position.
The next person is Jack.
Cool. I'm going to draw my bow. So, is the guy that Falco hit dead yet, or is he just really not having a good time?
He's just really not having a good time.
I hit him for 6. Let's go.
6 exactly kills him.
Nice.
Awesome.
So now this dude's not even out the door.
So, is that the rest of your? Is that you're gonna move or?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up.
We have next is Zudora. I choose you.
Can I just wait until they actually walk? walk out of here, or because I don't really want to go through the door. I want them to come.
You're
through
a
the
barbarian, though. Pop rage, go in there, swing. You know what I mean?
Doorway. Yeah, that's,
right.
It can't be that
I
bad.
use that strength.
you know, I haven't seen them attack yet. You know, maybe they're just packing some heat, dude.
Level, you think I'd throw some heaters at you at level 1?
Bro,
Yes.
you blue.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You got
You?
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're Zudora.
I'm
Blue
gonna hold
god.
the line. They're not getting through this door.
So you're just gonna hold?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me know when you want to jump back in. It is the hooded figure's turn. The two hooded figures in the back, the one on the left and the one in the far back, is going to use their bonus actions to cast spells that will make them sort of transparent. And they will each make an bandit on the left will attack Zudora, bandit in the middle will attack Jack, and then the bandit on the far right will attack Cat.
Target attack.
Wouldn't the bandits that on the left and right also get attacks of opportunity from Falco and Jack?
Or did the transparency not have that?
They basically become, air quotes, ghost, and you can't. They avoid attack of opportunities.
Okay, but
Okay.
I saw the guy come through the doorway though, right?
Yeah, that one you can. You and Falco, I guess, and Jack could all make attacks opportunity on. I didn't think about that. You all get a free swing.
I mean, I'll take it.
I will
blow
also
him up.
Alright, well, 21, I'm assuming hits.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay, I think he might just
I
kill
got a
himself.
25.
Yeah, I think he might just kill himself.
Yeah, no,
you-
I
hey,
hit for
you-
4 damage, so...
Okay, 4. All right, what does Zudora and Falco get? We'll just add it all up.
8.
15.
He's super dead.
Oh, shit.
Do you all want to stab him at the same time and have all your swords meet at the same point or something?
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
I
use
guess
my
you guys
I'll
can-
use my pike.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
So you all destroy him from 3 different angles.
Yeah, I'm sweeping low. I'm sweeping low for
Well, I didn't think of that, so David got it.
He's super dead.
Well, I'm guessing a 17 hits Zudora though,
sure. Yes.
and a 20 hits Cat.
What are you talking about? It's definitely I have a 21 AC as a small young rogue child.
Hey, you're squirrely.
Child. No.
Oh my lord. Zudora, you take 3 points of damage. Cat, you take 8.
I'm down.
Dead again.
I'm so mad. I'm so squishy. I tried to hide behind the big dudes. Nope.
There was no room left for him to phase through. Everybody else was in a position he couldn't end up in. So,
Well, you
Yeah,
just
that's a
see.
very-
I think Tobias
Yeah,
sees Cat.
it's a very
drop.
powerful bonus action.
Yep.
and my stupidity got one killed. So it is Cat's turn.
Nice.
Saving throw
You get-
time.
You have guidance, right? What is it?
Do I get to
Bless?
put my D4 with
Yes,
my
you can.
death
As
save
long as
throw?
I'm holding concentration,
question.
everyone gets it.
13.
All right, got 1.
Oh,
Yep.
that would have been a 9. Ooh.
No, it's a D4, so it could have been any number.
Oh,
It was a
Okay,
9.
All right,
oh,
but I
okay, yeah.
I did roll a 4.
a 9 is a good
Nice.
a 9 is a good number because the worst you can get with a D4 is a 1, which would have been still a save no matter what.
Yep, I'm good.
Question.
Yes, sir.
I still have my attack, right? So I can.
Yeah, you can take your turn now. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just get hit in the back and just quick 180. Just smack him. Or is he still invisible?
No. He has to come out of it to attack.
Okay.
That'd be kind
That'd
of
be busted.
cracked if he could just stood there
Yeah.
invisible, just fucking swinging.
Level 1 bandit.
No,
enemy.
he's
Level
invisible
1,
over there Fortnite
yeah.
dancing after he hit you. Like, come on, man, hit me back. Come on.
No, 17
17 hits. Yeah.
and 15 damage.
You bring this man to almost 1 HP. He is hanging on by a fucking thread. And then it is Tobias' turn.
I will use a healing word on Cat, and then I will move up and hit that bandit with my shillelagh staff.
How much is healing word?
Or I think it is. I have it open right here.
Yeah, D4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yep. All right. So that's 4 plus 6, right?
No, just your. Is it
Wisdom.
Your is
Well,
it just
says
wisdom?
spellcasting modifier,
Yeah.
right? Plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So that's my
Oh,
ability modifier. So it would still be
It's the
plus 4. Yeah.
ability. Yeah.
7.
That is my full HP.
Alright. I will say
And-
that you can get back up at full HP. On your
Sweet.
turn. You've become conscious.
I'd be really like, I know the like rules about like only having one, not letting you get up, but he just like shocked me with like some time
with
magic,
a word.
universal magic.
You just took some whey protein, and you're fucking jacked now.
I just said up,
All right.
and then she got up. Like, oh, what? Huh?
Let's fucking go!
And then it's a
Sweet.
attack. A 16,
16 hits, yeah.
12 damage.
12 damage, yeah. He is also. He has several broken bones.
It's
this
like
point.
Chirrut from Rogue One.
Yeah, that's the end of Tobias' turn, and it is now Falco's turn.
Okay, I want to go to kind of like subdue this guy.
Which guy? The one on the right or the one on the left?
The one on the right.
You can try to, if you want to, you can make a grappling check.
Yeah, I will do that. Well, is that still? That's plus my strength.
Yeah, strength, and if you have athletics, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
+6 is what you're rolling.
Okay, +6. That is a 18.
He got a 5 for his resistance.
Nice.
So yeah, you can subdue him to the ground.
Yep.
As Cat goes up, he goes down.
Falco says one word: down.
It is Jack's turn.
Alright, so the guy fighting Zudora is still alive. It's bow time. I got a nat 20 on the guy fighting Zudora.
Oh, how do you want to kill him?
I'm gonna use my short bow. I'm gonna fucking basically quick scope. Or quick scope and hit him right in the eye. Nothing fancy.
Instantly just crashes to the floor. And I guess we can call it out of combat? Because the other dude has been multiple bones broken and has a, how much do you weigh? Like a 170-pound man on top of him. So he's
Not having a good time.
not getting up.
I'm gonna walk back into the tavern and check on the bar dude.
Alright, any questions you want to ask our friend here?
Real quick, I'll just let Jack will get to the point with you and Atfield. But he's doing fine. He's like ducked behind the counter.
Alright, I'm gonna tell him to contact, or somehow get contact with the Templars. Tell him Knight Templar Jack Uther says to clean it up here.
You realize this is a
And
blind
what
man.
are you gonna do? Call him on the phone?
Oh, there's the 2 travelers in the door, right? Or inside still?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll tell them instead.
You're gonna basically be like, go find.
Go
Other
find
Templars?
Templars, tell them to come clean it up. I'll throw 2 shills their way so they make some money. Not that that's a whole lot, but
Yeah, it's enough for 1 week drink, but one of them will get up and take your money and go.
cool, easy.
He just ran off with the bag.
So outside, you have this hooded figure, basically no tongue. So what's gonna happen?
So anything we want to ask our friend here?
Well, no tongue, can't talk.
I didn't see that. I wasn't a
No,
part of
nobody
that.
did. Only I saw it.
Well, hopefully you would tell us. If not, I will begin to
you
question.
can begin to question him. It hasn't really come up yet, so
Yeah, I'll just question him. Be like, who sent you?
You get struggles in silence.
maybe I want to look into the mouth of one of the dead guys.
You look into his mouth and you just see like almost like a black cavity, like no teeth, no tongue, like they've all been like ripped out.
All right. I have a strong feeling that we're not going to get any information out of these guys.
Why's that?
Unless somebody can read their minds, there's no way for them, I mean, I guess maybe they could write something out, but that's a little bit harder to get out of somebody than a verbal confession.
Alright, move your hand. What hand is not your dominant hand?
I was gonna say I'll go back in and see if I can get a quill and paper, and then I'm gonna break both of his knees when I return,
That escalated quickly.
Jesus Christ.
and then I'm gonna hand him the quill and paper.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what his not
I feel like
dominant
breaking
hand
both of his
was.
knees would have killed him at 1 HP.
It's fine. We're out of combat.
I'll say
I'll
for
let it.
story.
I'll let it happen. I'll let it.
Yeah.
I'll let it play.
Torture for story's sake.
We only. Hey,
Totally
hey,
fine.
hey, man. We only broke your legs for story's sake. That's
Yeah, your
Yeah.
plot right now.
And as soon as you're not plot, you're dead anyway.
doesn't matter what his health bar was at.
so-
This is a cutscene now, so
Oh, I was gonna say once we're done with him, I'm just gonna slit his throat, but that's okay.
There's no HP in out of combat, so
Exactly.
unless you actually kill this man,
He's fine. He's fine.
so I mean he's not fine, but
He's far from fine.
he's actively bleeding out. So
Is there an outhouse to the far right of the map?
but yeah. There's
Okay,
just
cool.
here. I'll move you guys back to what it actually looks like.
I was because when instead of actually slitting his throat, I was gonna dunk his head in there and leave him with broken knees.
I think this is what constitutes
Jesus.
cruel and unusual punishment.
I'm a Templar Knight. I don't care. Those rules don't apply to me.
I was just gonna break his fingers.
Oh, so I
One
broke
by
his
one.
I broke his knees, so he can't run away. So we can actually
I
untie
kill
him.
him.
I'm trying to ask him who sent him.
Oh, very wise man once said, "They didn't even ask me any questions."
All right, well,
Oh my god.
pocket check. I'm a loot.
You just rummaging through the bodies.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
We'd probably get more info that way.
So, but real quick, so did you just kill him after I get a pen and paper?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Rip.
After experiencing what was going to go undertake this man, I just decided, you know what? Screw it.
You put him
Yeah.
out of his misery.
The knees. We
Spared him
just
from
all. I'm holding this guy down while you break his knees.
I'm a large man. I crack knees when I want to.
Nice.
I am going to put at the top of your sheet, Falco. I'm going to put what you find. Besides the things that Falco loots off the body, there are 4 iron swords and cloaks. Anybody needs an iron sword and or a cloak.
It's a green cloak.
Yeah, it's like a dark green.
How nice is the fabric?
It's like sheep wool.
Okay, I'll take a cloak.
I
Whichever
probably
has
want to wash
less
it first.
blood on it. It was gonna be my. There's like a fountain right next to us. I'll go wash in the fountain.
Yeah. There's like places to clean your clothes.
I'm gonna get. Just my vibe is just really pissed off. I'm gonna punch the ground as I'm reading this note.
Assuming that he was just looting the guy whose knees I broke, I'm right there. I'll
Okay.
kind of peek over his shoulder and see what he's reading.
I saw pity on Arnold and I help him build the door. But this letter says a group came by as I was cleaning up the map maker's body. I sent them your way to send their bodies back once you dealt with them.
Is it signed, Arnold?
Yeah, it's from Arnold.
Well, shit.
Well, since this is all over and done with, I'm going to go back into the tavern and ask the barkeep if he knows anything about Gower.
Yeah, you walk back into the bar. He is like hiding.
He doesn't know if it's over or not.
Yeah, like he's like I don't want to deal with this. No. Once you come back inside, he just sort of stands up and he starts fumbling over his words, being like, I tried to tell them that you guys were here and you were bad guys, and I tried to get him to leave.
Oh, that he was trying to get those guys to leave because he knew they were bad guys?
Do an insight check for me.
Okay, because I'm kind of confused on how that was worded.
You believe he thinks the other guys won, so he's
Oh.
like trying to be nice to
it's
them.
because he's blind. He doesn't realize who he's speaking to.
I'm just going to say Gower, where?
Yeah, those, about when Gower showed up, those guys followed him, and he was telling me that he was on the run, and then he said he had to go pick some stuff up from his office, and I never heard back from him. But these people, they had hands that felt like people. They stayed, and they just sort of watched.
All right, I have an idea. I want to take one of the cloaks from one of the guys. I don't need the full outfit. I just want to take one of the green cloaks.
I've already washed one. I guess I can wash the second one.
It's not the most relevant, and I want to get a good look at what the guy looks like. The one that looks most important.
So it's literally what you would see is completely shaven, head, chest, and they have just almost like, I don't want to call them tattoos because tattoos have
Right.
some sort of art to them, but they're these like dark black streaks that go across their chest and along their arms, and they have, as I described before, just no tongue, no teeth.
All right, I'm gonna get all that and go and say, all right, I think we're done here. We can return back, have a conversation with our friend.
If he's still there.
Tobias, should we fool him?
That is what I'm intending. I will need a body though. Not
I will be the
that's
body.
that's all I need.
You guys gonna? Oh, I also wanted to say at Field before you guys leave because it's getting closer to. You guys walked about.
Starting from midday. Yeah.
It's getting close to nighttime. He will give you guys an offer for cleaning up all these people that have been literally running away all of his business. He will say anytime you guys come through, you guys get free food and board. You don't have to pay for it. Anytime you pass through.
I'd like to give our names. I'll introduce myself. I'm like, Cat Porter. What a lovely offer. Thank you.
He'll reach his hand out to like shake your hand.
Yeah, I'll like, yeah. I want him to know what my hand is.
I'm going to bow. Falco Leonhardt, remember my scent. I'm gonna hold out my arm.
He'll touch your arm. He'll look like he's smelling it.
But he actually doesn't.
I never re-entered the building, so
Templar Knight Jack Uther. And then I'll just won't do anything.
He'll extend his hand out to you.
I'll shake it.
Is that everybody? Zudora just like, look at the chickens. Like he's just outside. He's just outside playing with the chickens.
No, he's on the roof. He's assassin.
Yeah.
He's about to jump into a hay bale.
Zudora, could you do me a favor? Could you carry these dead bodies for me?
Of course. Where to?
Well, we're just gonna dump them out. Away, so that they're not in the way.
I thought he was about to ruin this
Well,
man's
not-
water supply.
Not
just like
throw
throw
him
in the well.
lake.
I know. Yeah,
I did-
throw him in the well.
I
was
did
like,
pay a
no.
guy to go get some Templars to come clean it up.
Okay.
So,
Who knows if he
Yeah.
did that?
I mean,
That's
I mean,
also facts.
have faith in some of the
I-
people here.
do you have faith in some of the people here?
I have faith in nobody.
Exactly.
I'll just lean him up against like the gate entrance. I don't
Okay.
know, at the entrance that people are scared of.
do not enter this place of business.
No, I'll put him on the side.
To be fair, Zudora is like the only person that can
And
eat
not
these
have
people
any ill
and not
effects.
be a cannibal. Yeah,
Is there
this
like
is free food.
blood on the ground or something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like rub my hands in the blood, and then I'm gonna cover my face in it.
Okay, I get it. I'm on the same page as you. Yep. All right, let's go.
This is
No.
an anime I
It's
don't
not a
watch.
reference. It's it's a plan.
Oh,
It's a plan.
Oh.
Me and Deshaun are on the same
Yeah,
page.
So used to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the dead body. I get it. Yeah. So you guys staying at the inn tonight, or you
I
guys
was
heading
planning
straight
on heading
back?
straight back.
We should probably head straight back.
In the middle of the night. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you guys are doing your half day walk back. So
All right, so we'd write in the middle of the night versus like the next morning.
you basically arrive around 9:30, 10
All right, that's
fall
fine.
time. Yeah, during the fall, so it's dark out, but it's like not super late.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then when we arrive, if we arrive,
When you arrive at the front
Okay.
gate, the north gate, there will be Templars looking through people's baggage. For Jack, he just gets to walk through.
I'm gonna talk to the guards at the gate, though.
You would see another knight actually at the gate, sort of managing things.
I'm gonna approach him instead. I'm like, me and my party need to get through as fast as possible.
And you can vouch for their whereabouts, where they've been, what they're bringing in.
Absolutely.
And he's going to pull out like an orders book. It's just something he uses to keep track of stuff. Could you print your name into my book so I have a record?
Yep, I'll sign Jack Uther.
He will snap the book together and allow the party, even the one with the bloody face, to make it through the entrance.
Hey, maybe the urgent is that we need to get him to some care,
I'm just smiling with blood on my face.
all right, we're gonna get to the street corner near the building, near the cartography building. and I want to look.
I should have asked for backup.
We do not need it. I do not think we need it. We do not need to cause a commotion.
All right.
I'm looking to see if anything has changed in the with the building. I'm essentially looking at down the street, seeing is there any people posted up? Has anything changed since we were there this morning?
Since you were there this morning, it doesn't look. Since the door was put up, you can't see any difference.
Okay. I'm going to turn to the rest of the party and go, all right, we're going to set up an ambush. Falco is going to be our dead body. I am going to look like one of our friends from before and bring our kindly benefactor out to perceive one of the dead bodies. From there, we will have him surrounded. We're going to act as if we are bringing the bodies back like he requested, and then surround him so that he has no way of escape.
All right. And will there be a signal?
Well, I think the best signal would be the moment when he realizes something's amiss.
Okay.
I want to stack up right at the side of the door so when he opens it, he can't see me. As soon as he walks past the door, I'm going to close it behind him.
No, I want him to see. I want him to get to. We're gonna put the body behind the building so that we don't have any prying eyes in the street.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna set up the ambush. Was there a back door?
Sort of in the back little garden area.
Will? Okay, all right. I'll lead him through that back door then. Then you can do that area. You can do that in the back door, Jack.
Thumbs up.
All right. I'm gonna act dead.
Go and set up in the back, and I will go in. I will knock on the front door.
Where is Kat and Zudora?
I'm gonna hide in a bush. Like a bush that is facing the door or whatever, but I don't want to be in the fray. I just got knocked out first round last time, so...
Okay. So the plan is Zudora, Jack around back, Kat's in a bush, and Falco's playing dead, and Tobias is going to try to get him to the back door to spring the ambush.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to come in through the front door. I'm going to knock on the back door. And I'm going to, when we set off, I'm going to disguise self and pull the hood up.
And no one can see, when he pulls the hood up, it's very hard to see, obviously, Tobias's face.
But my whole build has changed to match one of the thugs from before.
Yeah, because he's disguised self. So he just looks like the dude. I have a question. Because it's just an illusion, can Tobias talk in that form, even though the person he's disguised as doesn't have a tongue?
Well, I could. Yeah, I mean, I could speak, but I could also, but that would kind of give it away.
No, yeah, I know that. I was just wondering, like, physically. But if you altered self into that person...
I mean, it would be... I could, but I could also alter myself to make it so that I still have a tongue. I mean, I don't have to be that method.
This is just like, I am personally interested in D&D rules.
Yes,
Sorry, not...
No, absolutely. That is entirely how it works. But again, I don't know why I would do that, because...
No, I'm aware.
Unless he asked me, let me look at your tongue. Open your mouth. I need to know for sure.
At that point, where the guys is up, something's amiss. Ambush.
We'll just break in at that point.
Yep. All right, we good.
So Tobias you're gonna knock on the back door. Once you knock on the back door, you're going to hear some footsteps shuffling, and after a little bit, you're gonna see what looks to be like a little piece of wood on the door move. Then after a split second, you hear a couple locks get undone. The door will swing open, and I'm going to need a deception check from Tobias. When he cracks this door open, and he'll swing it wide open, and he takes maybe a third of a second to look at you, and he's like, oh, yep, that's the guy.
And wordlessly, I will take a step back and bring my arm out and point towards the dead quote unquote body of Falco.
He will rub his hands, and you see, not suspicious anymore. Doesn't even have the glasses on. Puffs his shirt out a little bit. I'm glad you guys brought this. I'm almost done cleaning up Gower's body in the bedroom. He's gonna go and try to pull on Falco, and he doesn't notice the people to the side.
So he steps out. He takes the 2 or 3 steps out to go over to Falco's body.
Door is closed, and it creaks. The second he turns around, I'm going to grab his throat.
Yeah, can I grab his arm? Just like...
So we're just going to grab him and start ripping.
Strong
arm. What's Zudora grabbing?
I'm grabbing his ankles and picking him up. Upside down.
I feel like we need, at this point we need to. If you were doing both arms and the neck, that's an actual grab. That's an actual hold. One arm, the neck, and 2 ankles. That's not. That is not anything.
yeah.
Well, it's just my whole purpose is I'm gonna kind of choke him out a little bit.
Because he grabbed me, I was just gonna.
Oh yeah. Like so when he reaches down to grab you, you instead flinch and grab him.
Yeah.
I don't think he has enough strength to resist 3 people.
Yeah.
So
as his world is crumbling around him, I want him to look at me, and then the whole change to the disguise self to drop.
We want this man to feel horror.
Cat comes out of the bush with her daggers.
Zudora stops being a telephone pole.
does anyone here have Arcana?
I believe I do. I have Arcane. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, cool.
I need you to make a check for me.
Cool.
I will send you a message. And so what were the actions people were taking? They're just basically being intimidating as fuck.
This is for that door I helped you build, and then I'm gonna break his pinky.
All right, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
We've been over this. Let's start by asking questions.
No. We gotta assert ourselves first.
I feel like we've already done that.
No, we've already done that, but he needs to understand. Because before, when we talked to him before, we asked questions.
But I am also I fully just turned to Falco at this point and go, I agree, but I totally am more of a fan of psychological horror than of physical pain.
Oh yeah, no, this is psychological. He's gonna see his pinkies not facing the way it should be.
All right.
Are we? Is this an actual conversation?
This
or
is an
this
actual
out-of-game?
in-game conversation.
Can we stay away from the hands?
Oh.
Shit.
Like, just...
Can you break his toes or something? Why does it have to be hands? Why is it hands?
We're gonna take 2 big slabs of marble, squish his fingers between them.
Please.
Let's go inside and finish this.
Oh God.
I'm gonna let go of his arms.
All right, I'm going to ask you to open the door kindly.
I'm gonna kick it.
You get to kick his door. Not again. All right, cool.
I'm gonna just hand this to the party for a minute, and I wanna make this recommendation. I think that Zudora should hold him.
I think Zudora should hold him.
I guess I could do that. I will hold him.
Yeah, I'll hand him to Zudora.
He just passes him.
This man's being handled like a teddy bear.
Yeah, I'm just holding him straight out, like under his armpits, you know.
And if he makes any sound, just crush his ribcage.
You just crush him. Yeah.
Where are those,
And shake him a little bit.
where are those damn glasses?
They're your glasses now.
Do I see my piece of... Yeah.
Yeah. It's the cloth is next to the glasses on the table next to the unfinished maps.
I take it back.
And you guys...
I want to check the bedroom while they're doing this.
Not saying anything. We now have him held, and I want to silently go and look into the pots.
So, yeah, okay. We'll do this in stages. He's being held. Tobias, when you go to look at the pots, you will see the pots are filled with blood.
You know, a part of me, when I walked into this room, that thought had passed my mind. I didn't know why. It's an interesting thought. I'm going to start with just our basic first, lay everything out. Who are you?
I don't think Arnold's his actual name.
I'm Arnold. I collect blood for some people in town.
I'm gonna slam my fist on the table. You're not being descriptive enough, Arnold.
I'm not in the business to care about what some people do. I'm in the business of caring about what very specific individuals want.
There's a group of people. Meet with them near the dwarven ghetto. I bring them blood and they pay me well.
The men in the green cloaks, and I bring my arm out because I'm still wearing the cloak, are they with you or with them?
They're with them. I never saw them before until the Gower situation. For you, Tobias, you believe he is 100% telling the truth. You also believe that he is scared so much, mainly actually from Zudora just holding him, that he is like, maybe if I just completely come clean, I will get out of this.
Do you know who your employers are?
No.
Where were you to drop this blood off?
I was in the 8th. I was on the 8th. I was supposed to meet around the entrance to the Dwarven Ghetto.
I'm gonna look at Tobias. Should he drop the blood off?
You know what? I think somebody's going to be dropping that blood off. But there's a few more things that I wanted to ask. Are you professionally a blood collector, or is this something that you just decided recently you wanted to get into?
I used to be a butcher down by the docks, but then all my businesses got shut down from the Templars.
Was there a specific reason why you were targeting our friend Gower, or was it just a random attack?
I don't kill him. I show up to locations and extract the blood.
Do you know where his body is then?
It's in the bedroom.
Is there any more questions that any of you have for this man?
Do you know who killed Gower?
I assume it was one of those weirdos that do it all the, I don't know.
Yes, they're the weirdos.
Yeah, that's not ringing any bells. You know, our friend Zudora, he eats people.
He can.
I mean, yeah, I haven't done that.
I just really want to know real quick, as Will, has Zudora actually eaten people?
I don't know what Hawks do.
They do eat people sometimes.
I'm pretty sure he's nibbled on it.
You know, there was a
maybe it
baby.
Baby, you just
a
reach your
big
hand in for a
party,
bunch of
big
limbs.
human roast. Yeah, who knows? I mean, maybe that's what Hawks do. Shit.
You get to decide right now if canon Zudora has or has not
You
eaten.
have the power.
At least once a year for a big party. Yeah. So multiple times.
Cool.
Awesome.
Festival human feasting.
Festival. We got all the foods there. Yeah. Cake, human cake. All of it.
Real quick, we'll hop over to Cat.
Yeah.
And for Cat, when you go to approach the door while they're doing their interrogation, there is a lock on the door. So you swiftly, within, we'll say, 12, 13 seconds, easily get in there, lock clicks, and you enter into the bedroom. And inside the bedroom is this sort of L-shaped room where there's a fireplace up against the back wall. And then the room kind of curves and there's a bed. And as soon as you enter the room, there's like this mixture of like rotting fruit and ash. The wood kind of creaks as you take your steps through the room. To the right, there in that sort of L-shaped cubby, there is a single bed, and to the left of the bed is a bloated body with some dried blood sort of just splattered everywhere. And then, obviously, the only other important thing that you see in the room is a fireplace.
Like, there's no desk or anything.
Nope.
Does he look like the description we were given of Gower?
Yeah, he looks like a very blown up version of the description.
Ugh.
It was an accurate description.
Would I know how long this body had been dead?
You would know it's been dead for at least 2, 3, 4 days.
Okay, so if we would have showed up a day earlier, it wasn't gonna make a difference in this. Okay. That was my main concern. If we just dawdled around the previous day and then our guide got killed last night, would be a little sad. All right, bloated body, definitely Gower. The only other thing is a fireplace.
Yes.
Can I don't know. Sometimes there's hidden compartments or anything on.
Do an investigation check for me.
Yeah.
You start getting the fire in this fireplace is very low. It's mostly embers, but it's still it was recently going. And you feel along the top and bottom crevices on the inside. You try to get your hand up into the chimney, feel around, but you look at the back of the fireplace. It looks like a leather-bound book was thrown in the back of the fireplace. And there are still some random scrap pieces of paper that are partially burnt. Everything else is basically turned to ash, but there's still some usable pieces of paper with writing on it.
Okay. Can I I don't know, use the cloak or something to protect my hands and try to grab out kind of snuff the fire and grab out the bound books and whatever scrap papers.
And so, besides the piece of journal, everything else would be incoherent writing because of the burns. And that's all you really find.
Okay. Can I also look under his bed real quick?
Oh, yes, you can. Searching under his bed, you will find a little lockbox. Maybe, I would say, 10 inches long and about 8 inches wide.
Is it locked?
Yes.
Pick it.
After this takes you a bit longer, maybe like 35 seconds, and you really finagle in there, and you hear the click, and you pop the top off, and once you open this box, there are what look to be some traveling supplies, specifically medical. You will find 2 minor healing poultices.
Sweet. And that was it. There's no any notes or anything.
Nope, no notes.
I think I have done my fair duty of checking this room. So I'll go back to the group.
All right, so Kat rejoins at where you guys left off.
I'm gonna walk up to him and say, is there anything that we may need to know?
The Templars have been talking about, they've said they found something about a weird cult. And I, put 2 and 2 together and might think, this is them.
And you thought that this, and I point to the jars of blood, is a good idea.
What other choice did I have? Everything got taken from me.
I'm just dealing with a lot of bad faith around here.
Hey, Tobias, I think our friend here should make the delivery.
I'm gonna pull Falco aside and whisper him specifically, what do you mean?
What if, he gives us the details of the delivery and we set up another ambush?
We were, and I pat him on the back. All right, we were on the same page. All right, I just wanted to double check.
Perfect.
So this meeting, have they already paid you, or were they going to be paying you afterwards?
I always get paid on delivery.
And do you have any signifiers for who you were supposed to be speaking to, or were you just dropping it off and leaving?
I have my carts, and I wait near one of the inns, and I get approached.
Which inn?
He would try to pronounce some name that starts with a J. He's like, we call it, near the entrance of the Dwarven Ghetto. I don't know what the dwarves call it.
Could you write it out?
I could draw you a specific map.
What language do the dwarves speak? Just like Dwarven? Like, what is it in your world?
They speak Dwarven.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn. I understand Buckland, Prazi, and Dreg.
We don't know that it's dwarves. We just know it's in the Dwarven Ghetto.
Yeah.
The benefactors could be someone totally different.
I was just seeing if I understood the language and heard him.
And I bring over a pen and paper. Actually, I bring him. Isn't there a city map?
There was only continent maps, which I'm gonna snag those.
So you can put 3 half-done continent maps, but there are supplies for making maps.
I will give him such things.
Or I can ask a Templar.
Well, I'd rather be precise than guess.
I can also assemble a task force to assist us with this.
I don't know. We might not want to draw too much attention.
I was say once our ambush is set up.
I expect that who he's meeting is only going to be a single person, which we wouldn't need a whole gang for.
But how much would it hurt to have an extra Templar Knight or 2?
It's tricky because if whoever he's meeting sees a bunch of Templar around, it might make them weary.
That's why it's an ambush. They
Yeah.
won't even know we're here.
We can talk about that in a minute. I think I might make use of that in some instance. But I'm going to take this map. And is he finished with it?
Yes, and I rolled, and he rolled a nat 20, so this is like perfect location.
I'll look it over and then put it in my pocket. wipe my hands on the green cloak, take a step back, and go, well, I'm all done. If the two of you, looking at both Falco and more specifically at Jack, have anything you would like to say to this individual, he's all yours.
I'm just gonna lean in, not sorry about the door anymore, and walk away.
I'll just say to him, our delivery better run smoothly, or else. And then I'm gonna point at Zudora.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give a little squeeze.
I think that's a good time to stop